Hey, well, good morning. Gotta put my glasses on. Uh, wow. I hope that the FBI is getting an earful right now for what they have done, which is absolutely deplorable. Words really can't sum up what they have done as far as awarding the HRT that murdered, flat out murdered. There's no doubt about that. A great man, Lavoy Finicum. And one has to question what in the world's going on. Why would you do that after almost 10 years? 10 years. That's something y'all got to think about. Well, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I've been talking to the Bundys, okay, and we kind of feel that we think we know what's going on, and that they come back to unfinished business, okay, with the Bundy Ranch. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why? Well, some years ago, the Bureau of Land Management did an analysis of Bunker Mountain, where Cliven's Ranch is, and it is just full of rare minerals. Rare minerals, yeah. Especially uranium. And if you haven't noticed, Trump has really been trying to get the rare minerals from the Ukraine. So far, that hasn't panned out. But these minerals, especially uranium, are in great demand in this world. And now that doesn't give them any rights to go rob Cliven Bundy or to destroy his ranch or to kill people, okay? But there's something that is going on that is not good. It just doesn't make sense that after almost 10 years, actually it's 9.5 years, the FBI would honor the murders of Lavoy Finicum. And Lavoy was at the Bundy Ranch also. He was one of the horseback riders. So that's my take. I think that's what's going on. I think so. We got to be prepared, okay? And the famous words of Cliven Bundy, whatever it takes. Now, last time we had around about numbers of 2,000 people at the Bundy standoff, okay? And we ran off over 200 federal agents, ran them off by gunpoint. And they learned a serious lesson at that time. But 9.5 years, guess what? You got a whole bunch of different people now that work for the federal government. And, they learn. They learn. If they're going to do it again, they won't do it the same way. They'll do something different. These people are not to be trusted. Anybody in the federal government, in my opinion, is not to be trusted. That's just an accumulation over the years of witnessing and seeing what governments do. America, the federal government, it is like one of the worst murdering governments in the world. A lot of people don't realize that, but they've been in regime change. I mean, Afghanistan, Iraq, that was all bogus crap. Vietnam, I mean, there's a long list. And there's a long list of murdering patriots in this country. Long list. I mean, look at Vicki Weaver. Shot her in the face with her baby. Lon Horiuchi. Whatever happened to Lon Horiuchi? Well, he ended up in Waco, Texas. Did you know that? Yeah, he ended up in Waco, Texas, and he killed 8 people. 8 people that are trying to escape the fire. He sniped and shot and killed them. It's not a very well-known fact. But there's people who've done a lot of research and with some of the survivors, and they witnessed this. So Lon Horiuchi, he got medals. These murders always get recognized as upstanding Americans, just doing their job. Well, doing their job is, they're just order followers. Now, I met with the FBI agent Nate here a couple days ago. And it's so apparent to me, he's compartmentalized on a need-to-know basis. And see, that's one of the problems. They can't think for themselves, and it's from top to bottom where they compartmentalize these people. And they just, on a need-to-know basis. So therefore, they're ignorant, uneducated, and unintelligent. And they will remain that way. Except for one thing, they will always do their job, okay, because they are order followers. So, people need to start, patriots out there need to start thinking that the federal government is up to something nefarious. And I think some of us have identified what that is, okay? So it's very, very frustrating trying to talk to these people. This goes way back. I mean, at the Maui Refuge, Ammon tried talking to them. We tried talking to the FBI. Several times we went down and actually visited the FBI, okay? And tried talking to them. They don't care. They don't care. They had plans. They would have killed everybody if they could have, eventually. But they opted out. Well, you know, it's probably a public nightmare, a public relations nightmare. Let's just get the leaders, okay? And we'll go from there. What they never counted on is losing in court. They never counted on that. They didn't think that was even possible, okay? 104 charges against 7 defendants. Then you go to law, and that's up in Portland, Oregon trials. They lost that. How embarrassing. That is, think about that. Think about that. They just killed a man. They arrest all these patriots. And they want to throw them in jail for life. These needle-nosed do-gooders. That's all they really are. Order followers. They wanted to put them in prison for life. Well, look what happened. They were found not guilty. And by proxy, Lavoy Finnegan, the man they murdered, was found not guilty. Okay? Then you go to Las Vegas. And did you hear the chatter that was all over YouTube and the news and all that good stuff about, well, they're going to get them now. They're going to get them now. They might have got away at Maui Refuge in Portland, Oregon, but we're going to get them now. Really? Dismissed with prejudice. Dismissed with prejudice. And there's a lot more charges, a lot more people involved. How frigging embarrassing for the federal government. You want to know why? Because the federal government, and law enforcement especially, is made up of a whole bunch of scumbags. Not all of them. Of course, not all of them. I mean, we all know that, okay? But if you put them in a position, they will compromise and they will be order followers and they'll do whatever their bosses tell them to do. Yeah. So, trying to talk to them, it'll go nowhere. I have tried. I sent my petition to President Trump. It got to his office. It was acknowledged. Okay, I sent it by email. Okay, and I think I did a pretty good job on that petition, outline a whole bunch of good things. And shit, they don't care. That's the thing you got to understand. The federal government wants you to think they care about you. They don't. They do not care about you. They never will care about you because they're a bunch of narcissist, self-serving, alpha male pigs. And I'm talking about every single one of them. I've lost total faith in the federal government. I lost a total faith in Donald Trump. Donald Trump has done 180. You know, he's going to let all those people in Gaza, something like 2 million. He's going to sit back and let them all be assassinated, all killed. Now Ashkenaz, Benjamin Netanyahu, they will do it because they have declared them as Amalekites. And if you do a little research, you'll find out what that means. So, I guess the thrust of this video is be prepared to mobilize, okay? Be prepared to mobilize and defend a family. defend their rights against a corrupt criminal government. Because I truly believe that's what's coming down the pike. Over and out.